Hello, you are watching Matchday Live. We're here in the TalkTalk studio as the lads are in Carlisle currently as we face them today in this Sky Bet League 2 fixture. Now it's an exciting time and I've got a special guest with me. I've got former player Danny Lipton. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Good, so what are your thoughts on the game from a personal perspective? Are you looking forward to it?
I am, yeah. I'm probably going to have to sit on the fence a little bit though. We're not quite sure who to support, spent many a good time up in Carlisle and obviously I've got fond memories of Salford as well, so I'm looking forward to it.
It should be a good game. Now, the starting lineup is on your screens at this moment in time as well, but we'll talk through it now as well. We've got Václav Paladky, Ibu Torre, Jason Lowe, Ash Easton, Tom Clark, Ash Hunter, Bruno Andrade, Deshaun Bernard, Luke Burgess, Jordan Turnbull and Ian Henderson. So a bit different from the lineup that we had in our FA Cup games. It should be exciting, but get into the live chat right now. Let me know what you think of that starting lineup. Let me know what your score prediction is going to be. And more than that, get into live.salfordcityfc.co.uk to purchase your match pass and support the club. It's £10 for UK viewers, £7 for international viewers due to the exchange rate. So make sure you check it out. It is the only way to watch the game today, so it's the only way you'll be able to see some goals, and hopefully it's plenty of goals from Salford. Now, it's a tough side. What's your knowledge of Carlisle? Do you think it'll be a tough task for us today?
Yeah, I think so. It's always a difficult place to go, and they had a difficult start. Didn't get the results they wanted, but they seem to have picked up lately, and they're a little bit hit and miss. But they've got very good home form. So I'm expecting it to be a tough game. Yeah, I think they'll be ready for him. I've said it before. Salford's a scalp for anyone because of all the thing that comes with Salford and who's connected to it. So I think it's going to be a really hard game for him up there. Yeah.
It should be. Now I want to ask you, what's your score prediction for the game?
Oh, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I'm going to have to sit on the fence on this one. Yeah.
Well, fair dues. At least it's a point. Now, the last time we had this fixture last year, August 2019 to be exact, was a draw as well. So if you missed it, here is what happened last time. So that is what happened last time we faced Carlisle, so hopefully we'll be able to get 3 points today. But it's time to find out what you guys are thinking at home, so get into the live chat, let me know what you think right now. We have got a few questions for Danny in this too. So should be interested in these answers. So Andrew Thurston, thank you for your question. He says, does Danny plan on going into management in future?
Yeah, that is something I'm looking into. Obviously I did a little bit of coaching when I was at Salford with the academy and the women's team, and I've done a couple of sessions with the first team at Chester. Bern and John have let me take part in that, so that is something that I'm looking into, but more sort of the coaching side rather than managing side at the minute.
Well, I mean, you had a good record with the women's team.
We did, yeah.
Got a treble.
But I quit on that, yeah.
Just had to quit whilst you reached your peak there. Then we've also got, you've got some fans here. David Stone says, I know his dad. Angela Lawson says, my grandson, still having coaching sessions. He's so great with him. So you got some good compliments here. Coaching sessions going well?
Yeah, we do quite a lot for the kids in Salford. We put on a coaching thing in the summer just after lockdown, and it took off really. It was for a team called Salford United. That's how it started off, and there's quite a few lads and girls from that who have come down and just carried it on till the winter. I've had to stop a little bit at the minute because it's a little bit too dark to put the sessions on, but yeah, it's good, and it's good for the kids in Salford to get involved and come down and see what it's about.
Yeah, it really is. Now we've also got Dave Farrar, thank you for getting in touch. He says, I'm going Carlisle 0, Salford 3. Probably not what you wanted to hear there a little bit there. We've also got Jason Fidelity, thank you for getting in touch, says Carlisle 1, Amis 3. Alison Harvey says her son Alfie says it's going to be 1-0 to Salford. Well, 1-0 is always a good win though. Whether how many goals it is, it should be good.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, you want goals, don't you? You want to see goals when it's on TV, yeah.
We've also got Michael Hilditch saying, used to play for me at Bar Hill many moons ago. It's Danny's old club. He was there for 10 years. Does it sound like you remembered?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, first club Bar Hill down on Dutcher. Mike Hilditch was in charge of the team. He was there a long time. Did a lot of good work. But again, that's just the people of Salford. There's a lot of good people in football in Salford who hope continue that. Getting players through and getting players to play in first teams all over the country.
Definitely. Now, I want to ask you, what's your favourite memory from being at Salford?
Being at Salford, obviously, it was winning the Conference North. It'd been a difficult season because everyone expected you to win. It's always hard when everyone expects you to win it. So to go ahead and actually win it, especially when we had that little bit of a dip in form just after Christmas, and then we went on sort of a 5-6 game one that just seen us over the line, and that was probably the best bit because the group of lads deserved it. They were fantastic. They never got down when we were losing games. They never got down. They just carried on doing what they're doing, and like I say, they fully deserved it.
Who was the closest of the Salford lads that you kind of just were drawn towards? Like each player has like a little group that they hang out with. Who was your go-to lads?
Yeah, it was sort of the centre half really. So it was like Lee Morgan and Pidge. That was kind of my lot. Like the older lads in there. Just a little bit, like I say, it was a little bit difficult because I wasn't involved for most of the season with being injured, so I was on my own a lot. But when I was in and around them, it was mainly them two, and they were great lads, and I think that's probably the best season I've seen them both play. They were fantastic all season. I don't think they had one bad game.
Definitely was. Now, is there a game that stands out for you being the best game you're ever a part of?
Probably was it Spennymoor game when the snow come down, and I think we were 1-0 down and we were trying to get the game abandoned, and then we'd gone 2-1 up and they were trying to get the game abandoned. So it was that was one that stands out because I think we went in the porta cabin at the end and the showers were broke, so lads were freezing. But it was a massive win, to win that 2-1. It kind of gives the confidence to just bump ourselves over the line at the end. I think if we'd have lost that, we'd have been in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it definitely was. Now we've got some more comments coming in. Got John Keever says that we need a good win from that FA Cup game, so I'm going for a 4-1 win to Salford. That's quite a chunky win, that. Not a clean sheet, but a very chunky win. Got Paul Andrew Turner, thank you for getting in touch. He says Carlisle in front of their own fans. It should really give them a boost. I'm vowing for a narrow win, 2-1 to the Amis. Do you think Carlisle having fans today is going to give them a bit of an advantage?
A tiny bit, yeah. But the lads who have played for Salford, they've been round. They've seen it, they've done it. I think it'll take a little bit getting used to having the fans in again, as it took a little bit of getting used to not having fans in. But I don't think the scale of the fans that are going to be in there. It's not going to be deafening. It's not going to be you're not going to be overawed by it. So I don't think it'll have that much effect on the lads.
And I want to ask you as well. Obviously, Chester FC. How's it going for you, and how are you enjoying it?
Yeah, absolutely love it. We had a great start really, and then we had to stop for 2 weeks due to COVID, and that's kind of set us back a little bit. I think we had one training session before going into one game, and then we played Tuesday and we played Saturday, so we haven't really been able to get any sessions in, but we're just catching games up. So hopefully, we had a good win last night, 3-0, so hopefully we turned a little bit of a corner, which would be, it'd be nice. And we need to put a few wins back, back to back, which is something that we've struggled with.
Now, we're all supporting you here. I mean, I know personally, the women's team and stuff, if they ever hear that you're scoring a few goals or whatever, they're like, oh, look what you're doing and stuff. And how's it been scoring a few goals every now and then for Chester?
It's alright, yeah, man. I think that I had three goals in the first 5 games, so I was doing alright, but I'd gladly swap them for clean sheets. We've only had 1 in 10 games, so I think that's the thing that we need to start doing now. We need to start keeping clean sheets, and I'll be a lot happier if my name's not on that score sheet, but I'm keeping clean sheets.
Well, it's been good hearing about it and watching it. Now, there's some other people getting in touch, thank you for that. We've got Martin Cooper says, we need to get back to winning ways. I'm going 2-0 to Salford, Hunter and Ian Henderson to score. We've got SKL Mora from the Salford City Argentina supporters group, thank you for watching us. He says, Salford are going to win 2-0 with 2 goals from Henderson, so a lot going for Henderson today. We've also got Tony that says 2-1 to Salford, but I'm really jealous that they can have fans there. Well, hopefully you guys can be here very, very soon. We've just got to keep our fingers crossed and keep listening to government guidance really as much as we possibly can. And then we've got Paul Lomas who says, I'm going 2-1 to Salford. Hopefully they get the win. A 2-1, is it a bit worrying as a player when it's kind of like 1-1 and then you get that goal? Are you still thinking, oh no, we need to get another goal here in case they get the other one to equalise? Yeah,
it's you kind of really focused at 1-1. It's a little bit tense, and then once you get that other one, you do want that little bit of breathing space. But like I said to you before, if Salford went 2-1 up, I'd expect them to hold on because of just the calibre of play that they've got in this year. They look solid. Especially, I've seen the keeper. He's pulled off some great saves. He looks really strong. So I think if that ever was the case in this game, I'd fancy him to hold on.
That sounds good. Now, the lads have been training really, really hard, obviously, since the weekend. If you want to see all the action, here's Inside Trading. international viewers as well. UK viewers just pay £10 to watch it. The prices are set by the EFL. International viewers is £7 due to the exchange rate. So make sure you check it out. You'll have replays and you'll have full commentary as well. So before all that though, we've got just a few moments still left of this show. So thanks to you guys getting into the comments right now. David White, thank you for saying your score prediction. He says it's going to be Salford 4, Carlisle 1. Dave Farrar says 3 league wins in a row for the first time ever, potentially. Now, we don't want to jinx things, but could that be an achievement?
Of course it could, yeah. Like I said, they're a strong team, you know, and that I think that'd be a monkey off the back once they got, you know, if they got that. So it'd be a good result.
How does that work with like momentum as players? Say like if you knew that, would that help you spur on for the rest of the games?
Yeah, I think it does. Winning becomes a habit, so once you start winning, you feel confident you want the next game to come. Whereas when you're losing or you're not playing well, you're dreading that, you know, the midweek game because it seems to come around a little bit too fast. But once you're winning, you just want every game. You could play, you know, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and you just want them to keep knocking them off.
How do you prepare differently for a midweek game?
Probably slightly different is that you might have a sleep in the day and you're just hanging around really waiting for the game. I think you speak to a lot of the lads though, they all like the nighttime kickoffs, you know, when you're under the floodlights and that, it just seems a little bit different, especially when the fans are back in. I personally prefer the midweek ones.
Fair, that's a fair point. I never realised that players might actually prefer the midweek ones under the floodlights. Yeah. To be fair, I'll never forget Václav Hladký, like when he first came to sign and everything, he was obsessed with the floodlights here.
Oh really?
I'm obsessed with it. So it's kind of good to know that other players like feel the same as well. Thank you to other people joining as well. Colin Winton says hopefully get 3 points tonight. I think it'll be a hard game, but I think we'll win 2-1. And I mean, you said it will be tough as well. Like they're both competitive sides. They drew with this exact fixture the last season. Do you think that they'll both kind of be looking for a little bit of revenge the next time that they're obviously meeting tonight? Do you think they'll be trying to get the win? Yeah,
I think so. You know, Chris Beach, he's building a team there. He's got a reputation of developing players, and he's kind of developing a team at the minute. And they've come into, like I said, a little bit of form and a little bit hit and miss. But once they get that consistency, I think they'll do really well this season. So it will be a difficult game, and I think they'll be going for the win. You know, especially when you crowd's there, you can't be playing for the draw when you finally got your crowds back in after 6 months. I don't think that wouldn't be fair to the fans to go out and try and play for a draw. So I can only see both teams going for the win.
Definitely. Now you did say it was going to be a draw.
Yep.
Bit sad to hear that, but I want to ask you: are you agreeing with the fans? Do you think Henderson could be the man that's going to score for Salford?
Yeah, I think so. He seems to know where the goal is. He scores all sorts of goals. Doesn't he? He can finish from outside the box. He can poach. You know, he can head him in. He seems to just every time you watch him, he scores a different sort of goal, and it's a great habit to be in, and that's what he is. Where you've got Hunter, I think he only scores well. He's done it every time I've seen him. He just can score from outside the 18-yard box.
Yeah, he has been scoring some terrific screamers. I have to say, I can't wait until fans get back in here to see all these goals that he's scoring, because it shocks us. Like as soon as he gets hold of that ball, he just knows exactly where the gap is.
Yeah, it's not fluke, is it? He does it too often to be a fluke.
It's just that certain eyesight just completely gets me every single time. Now, thank you to you guys for watching. Thank you to Andrew Helena, Heather Borden, Michaela Drake, Chris Hignett, thank you so much for joining us. I'll try and read out as many of you as possible. Sue Hallett, Carl Edwards, Richard Baker, John Winter, John Buckley and Phil James, thank you so much for joining me today. But it is nearly the time for kick-off. As I said, commentary will be starting very, very soon. So go to live.salfordcityfc.co.uk to get your match pass. But before all that, I wanted to know, what would be your good luck message to the lads?
Just go out and enjoy it. Enjoy having the crowd back. It's been that long that they haven't been in for. Go and express yourself and entertain them.
Definitely, I agree with that. Now, obviously, when we get to Carlisle, get your match pass because it is, as I said, nearly time for kick-off. There's final moments away, so make sure you get it, sit on the sofa, enjoy yourself, and hopefully it'll be a good game. But stay safe, and we'll see you back at half-time.